Hi, my name is Chris Hancock, and I'm the new CEO of the Builders Association of Greater Indianapolis. My vision for the association is really to continue to build upon the foundation that the staff, and Steve, and the board really have done for many, many years. And it's also to get out and develop relationships with people. I'm new, obviously, I'm a new face, and so I've got to spend a lot of time doing that. And a large part of this job, I think, is really building those relationships. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I would describe my leadership style as really being a situational leader, so I don't have any problem leading or following depending on the circumstance or the situation. And so I'll spend a lot of time, kind of gauging what I'm doing and finding out what the best role for me is. And so that's kind of my leadership style. I've said this in a lot of places I worked, organizational progress moves at the speed of trust. And so for me, trust is about being honest and it's about communicating. And so I'll spend a lot of time, probably overly communicating to folks that I meet with and the board and the team here with the staff. So we'll have a lot of communication, a lot of transparency in terms of what we're doing so that we're really aligned in what we're doing so we can meet all the goals for the association. So what interested me in the role in the association are quite a few things. One, I'm super interested just in association work and how things go for different associations. Obviously, you have a great foundation here with all the work that's been done by the staff and Steve and the boards. So there's a terrific organization already there, and so I just want to be able to contribute to it. So the things that really, truly interest me is, one, I'm very interested in just associations, but also government relations, and that piece of it in terms of getting out and working with the different municipalities and town councils and folks like that. But then I'm also very interested in workforce development and how do we continue to improve home building in Central Indiana. I define success for the association and myself as really defining success on the front end, not in the middle and not on the tail end of things, but really being clear about what our direction is early on in the process to say, this is what we're going to do, these are the steps we're going to take to be successful in whatever it is we're doing, whether it be a Homerama or a Parade of Homes or an impact meeting, but really trying to define that success early on and what that means for folks and being really, really intentional about delivering on that. My strengths, I consider my strengths really is based off the Clifton Strengths Finder. So I'm a really strategic person. I have to have a strong belief in what I'm doing, and so that's one of the things that attracted me to have a strong belief in the position. I'm someone who loves to connect people, and so I have a strong connection piece. And then I'm also, I'm a person that likes to develop people, so I'm looking forward to working with the staff in terms of developing them and working with them. And so those are really probably my strengths based on the Clifton Strength Finders. So I'm going to be working on a 90-day plan for the next 3 months. I'm going to be spending a lot of time. The priorities for that are, number one is the staff, spending a lot of time so that we get to know each other, develop relationship, build trust, have some fun together, set out some ambitious goals. I'll do the same thing for the boards and other constituent groups. We have a lot of people that we work with, and so I'll be spending a lot of time with those groups, getting to know them getting to know me, hearing their perspectives and objectives. And then finally, I'll do a deep dive into the organization to learn about the operations, the finance, all the great events we do, the impact teams. And so you'll be hearing a lot more about that. I'll be reporting as I go along and sharing sort of what I see and what are some common themes and opportunities we have as an association. My favorite way to spend time outside of work probably is spending time with my family. I've got a son who's a college-age young man, and then my wife, and my mom, so we spend a lot of time doing that. We also do a lot of sporting events. I'm a big Indiana State fan. I have 2 degrees from there, so we spend a lot of time at Indiana State doing things there, but really family and things like that. My first job I ever had and what it taught me, I'll give you 2 examples. One was the first job was detasseling corn. So like a lot of Midwestern folks, we detassel corn back then. And so that taught me that you got to be really adaptable to changing conditions. So it could be really, really super hot. It could be damp walking through cornfields. So you have to adapt to the conditions. And so that's really been a great lesson for me. Also, that taught me a lot of hard work. And then I also worked at a skating rink. So that was a great job. And And I think that for me was just teaching me responsibility, because it was a little bit of a step up in terms of the first job detasseling. And so just being on time and doing the work, whether it's great work or work you don't really like, but you just got to dig in and you got to have the duty to get it done. So those are probably the two things that I enjoyed most and learned from. So I do have some hobbies and interests that people wouldn't expect. I've actually started doing a lot of work at 16 Tech in the makerspace, and so I've learned how to operate a CNC router, a plasma cutter, welder, laser engraver. So I've really enjoyed that, and I spend time there, extra time I spend time down there toying around and making things, so that's been a lot of fun. And I think when most people hear that I do that, they're kind of surprised. I'm looking forward to meeting all of you. Thanks so much.